everyone. I'd like to, my name is Rebecca Howard, and I would like to welcome you to the David Richard Gallery. It's really such a pleasure and an honor to welcome everyone to this afternoon's program, concert program and gallery talk. And I, just on behalf of my gallery here, David and Richard, have been open in this space for a little over a year.
2 years.
2 years now. And they have really set down some important cultural roots here in East Harlem, and I'm very pleased to be able to have an exhibition of my work together with the artist Dean Fleming. After the concert, I will take a walk through the gallery with anybody who's interested in learning more about the exhibition in greater depth, but just very briefly before I introduce Terry Eder, the exhibition Landscape Medicine really grew out of responses that both Dean Fleming and I have had to landscapes across the country and across the world. I've never met Dean. I hope to have a chance to meet him someday, but it was really David's idea to juxtapose our work because of David's knowledge of Dean's presence in the world of painting, and also as a founding member of the Libre artist community in southeastern Colorado. Dean has a lot of other roots in New York City, but the pairing of our work really has to do with ways in which we respond to landscape, to soil, to ideas of rejuvenation, and response to changes in the landscape and aspects of gardens and nature. My paintings are inspired by various places, both actual sites, gardens that I've made, gardens that I've visited, and landscapes in the Northeast, the Pacific Northwest, and the Southwest. And so, as we begin to kind of prepare to hear this beautiful music that's in store for you, I would like to say also that the reason that Terry's here today to perform for us is that Terry agreed in conversations about the possibility of doing a concert that it would be interesting to have an opportunity to perform works, solo piano works by 3 composers that both Terry and I love dearly, Debussy, Dohnanyi, and Kodaly. Terry is a pianist and specialist in Hungarian composers. I met Terry through my wife Laura, but also because Terry has contributed to the repertoire and the recordings of the works of Bartok. Her recording of Bartok is one of my favorites. Terry has selected these 3 works, and I think she might be saying a few words before playing, and I'm going to let that unfold. Afterwards, the concert, we will, Richard?
Just ask everybody to turn off their phones if they have.
I will remember to turn off my cell phone
Please.
before we start. And welcome.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming out on this hot day to hear this program and see these beautiful works. I'm going to start the program with 2 works by Zoltán Kodaly. Kodaly was a Hungarian composer. Can everybody hear?
Yes.
Okay. And the 2 works that you will first hear are folk songs. And they were written early in the 20th century. The first one is from 1918 and the second from 1909. And the reason why I chose folk songs to go with an exhibition of landscape is that I really feel that folk songs are earthy music. They are very much rooted in a place and a people and ancient traditions that are so connected to the earth. In addition, I have very vivid recollections of traveling in the area of Transylvania, which is an actual place in modern-day Romania. It used to be Hungarian. The first piece on the program is called Transylvanian Lament, and it's a folk song that originates in this area, which, when I traveled there, was a very stark landscape of rolling hills, dirt roads or barely paved roads, very basic houses with even thatched roofs, and women sweeping their dirt stoops with twig brooms, and very few cars. Granted, this was a few years ago, but it was really an otherworldly type of setting. And these folk traditions are very strong, and they're a very important part of the daily life. And a little bit more about these two pieces specifically. The lament is an actual song, and Kodaly wrote the lyrics to the music. It's only one stanza of a Hungarian song, and it's a young man telling his mother, "I'm going to cry now in front of you, because when I'm gone, I know you're going to cry." And Kodaly sets this in a style that is very similar to the folk songs and the way they were sung and played. So you will hear in the right hand a very improvisatory speech-like melody, and it is based on the rhythms of the Hungarian language, in which each word is accented on the first syllable. So you will hear very often, which is the way a word would sound in Hungarian. And throughout the Kodaly works, you will hear that rhythmic peculiarity. He sets this same stanza 3 times with different harmony and different flavors. And the second piece is more in the nature of a dance, a folk dance. So we'll start with Kodaly. The next work on the program is a set of 3 pieces by Debussy called Image. And Debussy, who was about 20 years the senior of Kodaly, was known as an exploratory and fairly modern composer, especially harmonically speaking. And he, as is widely known, loved nature, and many of his pieces have titles which relate to nature, or a sense of place. Gardens in Night of Spain, Night in Granada, Gardens in the Rain, the first piece on the Image, Requiem on Low, Reflections in the Water. So many of his pieces actually explicitly invoke nature and a sense of place. And the way that he brought that to life in his music, there are a couple of ways. One of them is harmonically. And what Debussy did was somewhat new from classical and sort of standard romantic composers. When you heard a chord, you heard the more common kind of chords were a single chord. But Debussy would write, just add a note instead of and it gives a totally different feeling. It gives you texture, and it gives you a kind of depth, a kind of tingliness. When you hear that, it really affects you. So this was Debussy's aim. He thought his music should awaken your